least of all as far as obedience and willingness to do what I say. I had no trouble with that. So if I had to rank them all, she was the best for listening and the willingness to accept what I said. She might not like it, but she accepted it. She had to do because I raised them the way my mother and father raised me. I didn't tell them nothing wrong. I didn't steer them the wrong way. So I tried to plant seeds within them that would one day mature where they could be able to manage their lives on their own, just like my mother and my father did for me. And I truly have to say she turned out pretty good. She turned out well. I'm satisfied. I am satisfied.
I appreciate you, Mama. Thank you so very much. Just from your good
You're
child.
more than welcome.
All right. Well, moving on. We have had some great discussions about how supporters have rallied behind you when you have gone through our breast cancer journeys. But on the flip side of that, there are supporters that you may have lost, family and friends that you may have lost because they could not have handled the news of you getting breast cancer. They may not have known how to help you or support you in the way that you need to be supported. So I want to talk about that for a few minutes. Did you lose any family members? Did you lose any friends when you shared the news that you got diagnosed with breast cancer? For me, I'll start. For me, I lost a couple of supporters. I lost a couple of friends, lost a couple of, I would say, family members. When I first got diagnosed, I may have heard from them maybe one time, and that was it. And I read an article on breastcancer.org that said to try not to take that personally. But we all know that, especially if it's your family and they don't give you that support that you need or that you desire, we tend to take that personally because they're your family and you naturally want them to be by your side. But with such big news as this, and it's shocking to them, they may not know how to support you in the way that you need to be supported. So I want to have a conversation about that. And Ty, maybe I'll start with you.
I'm just going to throw out some tidbit of information, and I would love for the listeners to go to breastcancernow.org, and it's got tons of information on how to support someone with breast cancer. It's right. breastcancernow.org, and they do mention sometimes people take for granted the tiny things like cleaning and vacuuming, clothes washing and ironing, cooking meals for freezing, transporting someone to hospital appointments, even babysitting for them or taking their kids to school. That's a practical way if you want to understand how. And then the next thing is emotional support. So most people are shocked to hear that breast cancer and experience many different emotions, including anger, fear, sadness, and depression. Like these are what sometimes your friends and family go through. So I'll touch on that, a tidbit, and then we're going to allow Rob Daddy from Atlanta, to also chime in next, Rob, with any type of situation and any experience you felt with non-support. So for myself, I am a major advocate for breast cancer awareness. This is the purpose for T and the Big C, and I want to thank her for bringing awareness to our listeners that tune in tonight. As for myself, support, not very much. I was going through my divorce at the time, so I'm separated. Okay. I had to travel all the way to Tacoma, Washington on a military installation to have a bilateral mastectomy and breast implants done. And the support I got was my surgeons, my nurse, a patient advocate person, and myself. and God. So I did not have the same reaction from family. I more so had family walk away from me and felt very much alone. And this is the time in my life that I've leaned on God for everything. And He is allowed my spirit to be determined because I wasn't letting cancer kill me. He didn't take me out yet. So He's not done with me yet. So that is my experience with it. And so, Tisha,
yes,
who are we going to have spill the big T again? What's his name?
T and the big C. Let's have Mr. Rob Daddy come on.
Okay.
And share with us any experiences that he may have had with any non-supporters.
All right, Rob, you're on the air. Let's go.
Yeah, I didn't have any non-supporters. I can say I've been blessed with a good set of people surrounding me. I didn't lose any friends. And even when I had my divorce, it was long after my treatment and everything, and it was unrelated.
Okay.
So even now, my ex-wife and I are friends. But yeah, I've been blessed. I've been blessed that I haven't had any issues or anything, with loss of friends due to having cancer. And actually, what happens now is that my friends who I do have, if they know somebody, they automatically call me. They say, "Hey, you need to talk to Rob." And I've talked to women and men.
Let's do it on the flip side. Rob. Let's do it on the flip side. Have you met, like some of those that came to you? Why is it? Did they not have support? Give us a scenario of why someone would come to you as opposed to getting help from a friend or family member.
Well, the people that were coming to me they had no knowledge of breast cancer as well. So I met up with some gentlemen that were diagnosed, and they wanted it from a male's point of view. They wanted to know what to experience from a male's point of view. Then the other few women that I'd spoken to, they were just coming to me as a supportive person. I was giving them, I was telling them the truth. I was never sugarcoating anything, but I was also telling them this is what you can expect. This is what's gonna happen. And I think by doing that, I was able to alleviate some of the anxiety that they were going to face. And I've been told many times that through my sense of humor, through my discussions with them, that I have really put them at ease. And that's really all I wanted to do with anybody is, you know what, it's not a death sentence. I want to help you get through this. And I've only lost one friend to breast cancer, and I believe the gentleman had other issues going on as well. So breast cancer was just compounded upon it. But I don't really say I lost any friends, by them passing away. So far, everybody I've spoken to, they're still alive and well, and they're thriving. And they've all said that, hey, your sense of humor is like they said for everything that you've been through and that you still keep your sense of humor and you still keep, you still laugh and everything. They said that's what helps them get through the day. And if I can do that, I feel as though I'm doing my part. That's my reason for being here, to make somebody's life a little bit easier.
Great.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you so much for your testimony, and we appreciate you. We really do. So,
thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Missy's always spilling some tea with us, Rob Daddy. So just stay there. And Miss T, who's spilling the tea now with you? Who's going to spill this?
Let's pull Miss Denisa back in if she is up for a quick chat. Miss
Okay, yeah, I'm here.
So let's with your diagnosis. I know you had plenty of supporters that rallied behind you when you got diagnosed. Did you experience any non-supporters? And how did that make you feel when you experienced that?
I really haven't experienced any non-supporters. I'm still going through treatment. I have 11 more chemo treatments to go through. So
okay.
Family is there. Work, the people from work are very supportive. I've been working from home since November. I just decided not to go into the office due to, trying to stay healthy and for my immune system and everything. And I got the support system there, things that I need to be in the office to do. I can rely on somebody else there to do it. Church, I have the support there. I really haven't, I can't say I've experienced any non-supporters. I don't know because it's still early in the game, and people are still getting used to the idea. I'm not sure, but I'm blessed, and that I haven't experienced any non-support. My family is not that large, so I guess we just kind of close knit, and we just kind of stick together, rally behind each other. Whenever somebody's going through something, everybody just kind of pull together to make sure that we all just kind of get through it. I can say that when I first told my son, he's 34 now, just had a birthday in November, I think he's 34. I could see him pulling back some, not coming around as much, but now that I've, gone through some of the treatments and he kind of knows what to expect. I think it was the unexpectancy that kind of pulled him back some, that he didn't come around as much. But now that he sees that, I'm doing okay, I'm handling this, we're going to get through this, I think, that that has put his mind at ease. But I did notice that. I noticed that with the kids more so, that they kind of just, I guess it was the unexpectancy. They didn't know what to expect. And they kind of, withdrew a little bit, So I did notice that.
All right. Well, Ms. Denise, I want to thank you for your thoughts, and thank you for your words. And I am so glad that you did not have that experience. But, again, for those that are out there listening, and if you have had that experience, again, try not to take it personally, because that is news that everyone cannot handle. So love on the ones and focus on the ones that focus on you and will help you get through your journey. So, Ms. Anisha, I want to thank you again. And for those that are out there, this is Tisha, better known as T with the big C, T and the big C, rather. And this has been a wonderful, wonderful episode with us talking about our supporters. And so we're going to go into our final thoughts for the evening. And Ms. Ty, I'll let you start.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's show. This was T and the Big C on Ty Jones, the voice. Tune in. We actually keep you guessing when it comes to next segment, new episode, but continue to listen and log in when we are live. We're going to talk more and go into other discussions. We'll go into other discussions as the show progresses. And for those that are listening tonight, if you are wanting a website that is actually speaking on things that happen to women of color, you could go to bcpp.org. There's articles on there, African American women and breast cancer, and you can glance at tons of information on that website. Also, you guys can go to American Cancer Society, or you can visit our friends that are breast cancer baddies, and it's for the breast of us. Google them. They're women of color that are breast cancer survivors. So this is the time of the night that we're going to select just a few. Miss T and the Big C. I'm so used to calling her Miss Tisha, but Miss T and we're going to go last.